All right, Saturday morning, out here doing some work. Some of you may recognize what those are. Oh yeah, last night after I uploaded the video, I was out here just kind of messing around and feeling around at different spots, and I don't know when it occurred, but a big dent, you know, kind of spawned off of this corner right here, right up into there. And oh yeah, little dent pulling on our brand new work. I don't know if it could have been avoided or not. I really took my time and went slow with the welds, but it is what it is. So go ahead and get the welds ground down now, and just taking our time on that. I don't know if you guys, I know probably most of you do use these, but the thicker cut-off wheels for grinding down the welds. I used to just use a grinding disc or whatever, even the flat disc will take the welds down probably quicker, but those cut-off wheels, the thicker ones, allow you to concentrate your grinding right on the weld, and it really doesn't seem to heat up the panel very much at all. So, and then when you get, I think just knock the tops off the welds, get them down pretty flat, and then come back and grind the rest and kind of get it blended in with the metal. So anyway, we'll keep working and hopefully have some fiberglass filler on this thing here in a little while. What you doing down there, bud?
Cleaning your welds.
Alright, well, we got our welds all ground down. We got the panel DA'd and kind of feathered back the primer, and a couple of little areas where there was some spot putty. And down here we had thick filler build up. That was from where we molded in that quarter panel from before, but I got 40 grit on the DA. It's got way too much, so it'll be a good opportunity to clean that out. And then it'll be ready for some fiberglass filler. I still think it was the right thing to do. Good decision. The wheel lip looks really good, and none of the issues that we had before. So Matt's just going over it with a wire brush, getting in the little pitted areas of the weld, trying to get the black welding slag out of it. I mean, ideally you'd spot blast that, but we're just going to get it out the best we can and go over it with fiberglass. And you can see right here a little bit of warpage, a couple of little low spots right there that came out with the E-coat. So I'm going to hammer and dolly on that just a little bit more, and hammer and dolly the welds all the way around, just kind of de-stress them or whatever you call it. And then we'll be ready to put some fiberglass on this. Alright guys. Alright, that's what we're using as the first coat of over the weld seams, and I used a metal spreader putty knife and pushed it real hard into the weld seam, try to get it, you know, forced into the little pits and low areas and all that. So we'll come and hit this with a DA just to rough it up, knock off the edges of it, and, you know, get it leveled in just a little bit, and then put a skim of filler all the way around. Probably take a couple of 2 or 3 sessions of that to get it right, and probably going to extend it out to a wider area, you know, kind of learning my lesson on the filler. Got to widen it out, you know, to always sand it off and get it leveled down. So alright, we'll come back and show you more as we make more progress. Alright, well, we got some Rage Gold on there, and it's getting there. So we'll keep working it, blocking it, and a couple of rough coats of filler, and then we're going to skim the entire area minus the lip and in some glaze and block it all out. So then we'll be ready for a primer hopefully tomorrow. Alright, have a good one, guys. Alright, it's Sunday morning. We continuing to do the body work on our quarter panel back here. We've got a lot of material on there, and going to start the blocking process now with some 40 grit on a long block. In fact, that block. Wish I had one of those Hutchins air files to knock all that down, but it is what it is. give the shoulders a good workout. Matt's over here blocking that out in 400, the fender and door. We need to go 320 and 400 on that, and then we'll be pretty much done. The only thing that'll be left is to reprime the quarter back there and block it all out, and we'll be ready for paint. So may do the jams this week, and I think we're done finding stuff to work on. So hopefully I can get this blocked out pretty straight and get it looking good. We'll see. And we'll come back to show you more when we make more progress. All right, it's Sunday afternoon, and we've got our rough filler work done on the quarter, and just want to skim coat the whole thing with some glazing putty, and don't have any. So desperate times call for desperate measures, and you can see we've resorted to Bondo brand. I had to use this to finish up with the rough filler work, and was using some U-pole glazing putty to reduce it and thin it out and make it work a little bit more workable. And today I bought this glazing putty, little bitty tube, a container of it, 30 bucks at AutoZone. Got a chance to talk to Matt, Slowsrt today. Good conversation with him, and also talked to 56 Rat Bug Charlie yesterday, and we were talking about paint schemes and paint colors and paint choices, and so just he and I are kind of chatting it up a little bit. So good to talk to Charlie. Okay, so this glaze here has got a lot of dust around it. I think it was probably on the shelf for a long time, and I don't know if any of you guys, in a second, use much glaze, but I don't think I've ever seen any that comes out like this. Bear with me a second. How about that for self-leveling? I mean, it's just a big glob. Regular body filler self-levels more than that. I don't know. So anyway, good conversation with Matt. One of the things he mentioned is if I'm having a problem using some of the older stuff or some of the more less expensive stuff, that you can use fiberglass resin to thin it out. And I'm guessing that's the same thing as the Evercoat plastic honey that I see Sange Tech and other guys use. So anyway, we're gonna try to thin this out and see if we can get a skim coat over the whole thing. And worst case scenario, if this turns out to be junk on here, I can sand all that off and go get some good body filler and good glaze tomorrow and finish it off right. But hope to try to get it in primer tonight. We'll see. Come back in a little bit and show you more. All right, good call, Matt, on the fiberglass resin to thin out the filler. Really made it nice and flowable and creamy, buttery. And also, I watched your video on how to spread this stuff without leaving lines in it, and you may be a heck of a body man, but I don't know about your teaching skills, because I tried it and didn't learn very much, or maybe it's the student, not the teacher. But either way, got a lot of lines in there to sand out now. You can see them in there. So I'm gonna let this set up for a little bit longer, and we'll come back and hopefully block this thing out for the last time and be ready for some primer. Probably won't do that tomorrow night or tonight. We'll probably block it out tonight and then put it in primer tomorrow night. So we'll come back and show you a little bit more when we get it blocked out here in a little while. All right, well, we leveled the filler out with 36 grit underneath there, and then went over it with 120 to get the 36 grit scratches out, and then skim coated the whole thing and have blocked all that out with 120. And now we're going to switch over to 180 and finish feathering it out. So it's getting there, looking pretty good, feels really good. There's not any filler on this lip. It's interesting that, I had all the filler trying to shape the lip, and now the lip is perfect on it, and got the filler on the rest of it trying to shape it out. and I think there's plenty of material on there to get it all leveled out good now. And we're just going to keep blocking this thing on down and be ready for some primer tomorrow night. So that'll be it for tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow night and show you with the primer on. And then pretty much I think the rest of the car is ready for paint. Hopefully this week we can get the deck lid and hood off and doors and prep those jams and paint those, and then put it all back together and get ready for paint here in the next week or so. Alright guys, appreciate it. Thanks for all the help, all the comments, all the support. It really means a lot. Thanks guys, take care.